Recording in progress.
Hello everyone, good morning. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, thank you both. Yeah, fine. So we'll just start with our session. So yesterday we have seen MVC program execution and we have seen some program. I will try to create the same today and I will show you. So just create new project. Okay, as usual, C# and Windows and web. Here just search for web application, or you can go down and you can search for it. So here .NET framework, and here you can give the default name or something, or I'm just going with the default name. So now click on empty and here MVC. Click on save. Okay, so then what will happen? It will create a folder structure like this. So we have seen so many things like app data, references. This is what our DLL file. App start, here we have route config.cs file will be there. controller empty folder, model empty folder, and views also empty folder. Okay, so here we have web.config, and here also we have, but anyway, this is our main web.config file. Okay, this is packages.config. If we add any new packages or any DLL store project, they all will reflect here. And global.axx file, this is like a startup file of our program execution or project execution. That's what we have seen. So how to create a controller? Simple. Right click on it, add controller. Okay, click on add. So here whatever you want to keep, you can keep. So the first word, whatever we have, that is the name of controller, and the default representation of controller, we always needs to keep the second word. Okay, click on add. Okay, done. So now see, we can add our view in two ways. One is right click on action result and add view. So you can add view and you can uncheck all these check boxes. You can keep this name or any name, but for coding standards and all, we always needs to keep this name. That's better. Okay, now click on add. Okay, now if I keep some message here, okay, now just go back to your home controller. Run the project. So we got the output. Yes, sir. Okay. So similarly, you can create one more way view. That is what you can go to this folder, home folder, and right click on it, and you can add view, MVC5 view, and you can click on add. You can create the view. Okay. This is the second way of creating the view. So any questions here? So anyone have any doubts while working with this view or something? How many of you got the output for this sample MVC program? Okay. Sorry, Bhaskar. In result view, we are writing index.view. Where you are writing? Okay. In the result view, we are okay. You are creating from here. That's what you are saying. Anything is fine. Anything is fine. I just shown like we have two different ways, and I was shown you people like how to do that. Anything is fine. Okay, got it. So we'll move to our next topic then. Okay. So now the next concept is routing. So basically, so this routing is defined in a folder called route.config file. Okay. Okay. So basically, this routing is defined in one namespace called system.web.routing. Okay, so the system.web.routing is the main namespace for doing the routing. So if you people see here this one, so just remove this one. See this route collection related rowing error. So without that namespace, we cannot do any routing. So I'm trying to I will try to explain what is the route structure defined here. Okay, so basically what is routing? Routing means making of user-friendly URLs. So this one. Okay. So if people see here, okay. So basically, this routing is used for creating user-friendly URLs, and whatever we define here based upon this one only, routing will happen in our MVC projects. Okay, so basically the main purpose of routing, so whenever you want to make some URL on your own, or if you want to construct your URL on your own, then we are going for a concept of routing. So this system.web.routing file, whatever namespace we have, that is responsible for routing. So this is the way we can create routes. So here people see here home. So see now what I will do. I will just rename this one to something. What is the controller name now? Home 236, and my action name is this one. Okay. Now I will try to run my application. Now see what will happen. See, it's throwing error. We are unable to get the output. Now what I will do, I will just change it again to home. Save. Now run the application. We got the output now. Now, what is our action name here? Index, right? Now what I will do, I will change this one. Now run this one. can we get? Then someone may ask me like, sir, if we don't keep the proper routing, we cannot get the output. Yes, we can get, but how we can get means in the browser URL just say what is the controller name here? Home. What is the action name here? Index. Now see, we got it. Either you need to write like that, or else you need to specify the default route. Always default route will be 1. If you want to register few more routes, you can register, but the default route will be only 1 at a time. So whatever the controller name you have, that's the reason by default it is taking what? Home and index as action result in our route.config file. That's the reason I did not ask. I asked if people don't change the controller name and index name. Okay. Now what I will do, I will change the controller name and I will perform some action now, and we'll see what to do. So people see here. So here, what is the structure means? First, anyway we explained already this line. We'll go with this line. So home, action, and the last one is ID, optional. For example, if you have 5 records, if you want to get the first record, then what you will do? Here you will do like localhost / home / index /1. But this is like optional only. It's not we already kept option. If you want to keep. If you don't want to keep, you don't need to keep. That's what is the ID. Okay. So people see here the map route feature. So this is what we define here. The first one take it as controller. The second one take it as action. The third one take it as ID. This is what default. For example, sir, I want to add one more route. What should I do? So this ignore route, what does it mean means, see, for example, if you specify like localhost /C drive /something in your C drive in your local folder or something, if you give a path like that, then so we are saying our routes to ignore. And AXT file, previously in our ASP.NET, traditional ASP.NET, we have a extension called AXT, but that is not supported by MVC. That's the reason they are keeping these two as blocked or ignore routes always. Okay, got it? So now if you want to add one more route, then what can we do? Copy, paste here. So change the name to this something default to, and you can give other controller names. Whatever the action name you have, you can add here. If you want to add one more, you can add like this, a number of routes for registering purpose only. Okay, sir, I don't want to add, sir. I want to browse from browser only, sir. Yes, you can just specify controller name and action name. So now what I will do? So now I will delete my home controller. I will delete my home use folder also. Now in my controller, I will create a controller name as TEST. Now I will add one view like any view name. Oh, okay. Or else we will do one thing. I will change it to my view. Okay. Now right click here, add view. Add. Okay. from my view page. Okay, now I have one more view, right? I will delete this one simply. Now people tell me, what is my controller name? What is my controller name now? No, it's wrong. What is my controller name? Yes, EST is my controller name. Yes or no? So what is my action method name? Correct, my view. What is my view name? I created with the same name. Got it? I created with the same name. If you right click and go to. Now, I'm not changing anything in my route config file. Now what will happen? Simple. Just run and check. So now people tell me, so we got the error. What is the reason for that? Because we did not change anything in our route config file. Now go to route config file. What is my controller name? EST. And what is my action name? My VIEW view. Now run the application and see the magic. We got the output right. So now the people can happily change our controller names. Okay. So any questions here? Okay. So just this heading and up to this line. Note down. Yeah, we always need to register when we are working with MVC controllers. Yes, Jay Gupta, I just unmuted. Tell me.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, can we tell routing is a pattern matching mechanism, because here we are matching the controller and action method.
So can you come again?
And we call routing is a pattern matching mechanism, because in routing we are passing the controller name and action name.
Routing what mechanism?
What?
What mechanism? I did not got it.
Pattern matching.
Pattern matching.
Yes.
It's not a pattern. Pattern or regular expressions are different concepts. So that is different, and this is different. This is become just constructing our own URL. That's it.
And if we pass example, we are passing the controller name home and a method name index, then we are passing the ID, and same URL we can put by different means default to, then it will give error, because controller and action name are same in a registered route.config file.
So whatever you have given in our route.config file, you always need to give the same. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And one second. So just note down the route.config file will look like below, and note down this one. Yeah. Is that your doubt? You got the answer? So Gopi, what is your doubt in life cycle? We explained some 3-4 classes back, right? Yes. So Garima, we need to register when you are working in real time. If you don't register, then what you will do? Just you need to go with the control name / action name. Just note down this route.config file. So remember the lines and all. Why? Because the interviewer will ask you what all parameters are default in our routing. Then you need to tell controller and action, and ID is optional. So we have a concept of map roof. So you need to tell name, URL, default. So the signal route, see, actually, in our previous ASP.NET, we have an extension of AHT files. Okay, but MVC doesn't support those files. That's the reason they just kept in ignore routes. And also, for example, this path information or something, if you specify the folder path or something, then also it will ignore the route. For example, see if you have some controller in C drive, if you give the C drive path or something, then it will throw error. Okay, so we always need to enter your URL like controller / our action name, then only it will give. So clear, Sandhya? Yes, Santosh. Where we need to give, Santosh? So is this done? Can we go for the program? Yeah, here you need to keep controller name and action name. So the next program, right? So there I show you guys so that you will understand. So is this done? Can I move to controller code? Okay. So let's create one controller with name TEST. Just note down. Create one controller with name TEST. Step 1. That is step 1. Step 2. Change the action name as my view. Change the action name as my view. Step 3. Create one view from action. Step 3. Create one view from the action. Okay. Then last. And last step. Change the route config file. Okay. Now first write this controller code. So the code will be like shown below, and note down this one, controller code. Create controller with the name TEST. Okay. So controller code completed. Now view code. This one. the route config file we need to change like this, and you can write this piece of code. To make it fast. Wait, I will change. Yes. So by default, it will be saved here. Here, see, app start folder. Okay. No. So I change the controller name and action. Okay. So please confirm once it is done. Yeah, we can change it. We can overwrite. You're done with the route config file? Yeah. So someone asked me, yes, see this one only. View, I just write one statement only. Okay. Sorry guys, done. Fine. So anyone have any more questions? No? Fine. Thank you all for joining. We'll meet again tomorrow.